think we'll win, to be completely honest with you. But let's just go on to let's start the podcast.
Yeah, okay.
Just let me know when I can start.
You can start. I was recording this whole time, by the way.
Well,
You can
Alright.
start now.
And welcome. My name is Saud. I am joined by my fellow podcaster, Mr. Tobbs, Tabinho, Tabiso, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the woman killer, the Iceman, the ice killer, the Billy the Butcher, Homelander, the man who drinks 50 shots, the killer of dreams, the man, the contrarian, the killer. What else? I think I'm just repeating things.
Wow.
How you doing today, man?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I just realized I deleted one of my lineup builds.
Like the whole lineup.
Yeah, just one of my complete lineups. I think God hates me because of the lineup that I picked into God, but it's fine, I remember it. Alright, I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm just really excited, buzzing for this next game. It's a bit of a small game, wouldn't you say? Not much on the line there.
Yeah, just like PSG, tiny club, founded
Yeah.
what, like 1970?
Yeah.
No.
I see you also saw that first.
I did. But yeah, UCL final, huge. It's like
Some would call it a post-season tournament, or maybe a pre-season like match. Like it's like this small, maybe.
this is for Arsenal, historic, right? In even in the context of a historical season, we have another historical game to look forward to.
Yeah, second UCL final ever.
Yeah, which kudos to, like, up to this point already, kudos to Mikel for bringing home the first title in 22 years, and in the same season, having us in the UCL final, right? And we also made it's the second final of the season, right? And we missed out on like 3 games this season in the FA Cup. So we almost competed on all fronts. And
In all fairness, in that Southampton game, we were getting spied on.
allegedly.
Allegedly, we were getting spied on.
So, like, even as someone that has been like really unhappy with the football and what I assume to be clear platforming issues, he's kind of like shut me up, basically, right?
You
Like,
didn't enjoy the beautiful football we were playing?
when
That Fulham game, though. That Fulham game.
this season I will not like talk about any other game like in the future again.
I think I can only see myself speaking about that Fulham game because it really got me to believe. Like that final step, it got me to believe.
I can't even remember what happened in it.
It's
in the
just
Fulham
a 3-0 game. where
Yeah,
we
but-
had Jokic and Saka going crazy.
Okay, I remember the Gyökeres header goal, right? I thought that was like one of his best headers at Arsenal, like the whole season, because he jumped like really far out and he connected like perfectly,
Yeah, would you happen to remember that tweet you made around about a couple months ago where you judged Gyökeres' heading ability compared to Kai Havertz's heading ability?
No, not that specific one, but I remember one that got me like in loads of trouble.
It got you in so much trouble.
Before we even got to him, I was like, Gyökeres has 5 headed goals in 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And then under it, I was like, Kai only has 7 as like it's actually not that bad in context. But everyone was like, oh, what? He's gonna score with his feet, mate.
In all fairness, Gyökeres was like a kind of a predator killer in the Portuguese league. I thought he didn't really need his heading ability. No, I don't think it was ever his strong suit, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree.
I'm glad to see that when he scores a headed goal because it kind of gives me that extra dopamine. In
Yes.
my opinion, I enjoy a headed goal more than like a close range like shot with your feet or with your body.
You mean like a tap in?
I prefer a header more than a tap in. Just
Yeah,
because it
same.
gives me a bit more extra dopamine.
Same. But I think like yeah, header over tap in, right? I mean
Yeah,
that almost
exactly.
feels obvious.
Yeah, but of course, context always matters. Like, if it's like a scramble for a goal and we slot it in there, that gives me more dopamine than anything.
Like Trossard's goal against West Ham versus the big Yocks versus Fulham. You prefer the Yockers one?
Mm, the Jokeris one was a bit of a scramble,
No,
but
I
I
mean
don't
the
think it
header.
was. Oh, the header. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the one where Saka crossed it in, and he just completed it. Okay. No, it didn't give me more dopamine, but I did. I was very happy. Not
Yeah,
to
but
say I
I think
wasn't
it's
happy.
like if you like remove context, right? I'm just talking about which
Oh,
yeah,
which goal I enjoyed more
yeah.
without context? Trossard's one wasn't really a tap in. It was like a nice
It
shot
was it was
into
a
the.
proper shot. I'm trying to like place where you put
Oh,
headers.
I rank Trossard's higher. I think I
Yeah, I think
rank
so too.
Trossard's more.
Because Odegaard did really well with the assist, right? Where he's
Yeah,
like
build up to goal is also
shimmy.
very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like Fulham goal was amazing as well. I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah, it was right. I like the
I don't think
Saka
either of
one.
us gonna do.
This
Saka
every
one was
time
good.
Saka scores, it's like yes,
Yeah,
vitamins in my
I
beans.
especially like when Saka shoots and it goes into that one specific edge of the goalpost
Yeah.
where like anybody could can look at it and think like, oh, you should have stopped that, but nobody can stop it.
Yeah.
Also, I like when I really like when Saka hits the top of the net.
Yes, right,
I
right
think,
foot bang.
yeah. Out of all goals that Arsenal scores, no goal gives me more dopamine than Saka hitting the top net, the roof of the net. Like when he scored against Liverpool last season,
Yeah. Oh,
against
okay, yeah, yeah. That one
with
was
the
good.
Rob,
That
with
that
the
one was
Robertson.
really good. Like he
That one
made
was really good.
Robertson look a
Yeah.
fool.
Also, Saka right foot goals. I
Yeah.
think Saka with his right foot is just an excellent
Okay,
player.
but I only enjoy Martinelli goals. No other goals satisfy me.
I really like that Martinelli goals. I think it was against Crystal Palace, the one where he shot it twice like Henry,
Yeah, yeah.
where he like slotted into the right
Yeah, it
side
was Crystal
corner.
Palace 5-1 or was it 5-2? But
It
it
was, I think it
was
was
the
5-1,
home
but
game.
Yeah, it was the one where Eze scored, no?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Wow, full circle, huh?
I do like how we always perform against Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think. Hmm.
I think this season was the first time I ever saw fans worried about facing Crystal Palace.
I'm
But it's
always
because of the
worried.
context of the Premier League on the line.
I've always been worried. I think since like 22, when we started Project Youth, I think even then they scared me. Didn't they like beat us in that season as well? But I can't remember.
Yeah, I can get what you mean, but like I think 22, 23, Jesus joins his debut, all that sort of stuff, all that context.
Yeah,
I like to think that ever since then I haven't really feared PSG.
yeah,
They've had their moments over us, we've had our moments over them, but I don't particularly fear them.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
I also just don't count anything from last season ever happening, because in my mind that was possibly one of our worst seasons under Arteta.
You know, I saw like a picture on Twitter again with the Marino, Tierney, and Sterling front three.
Dude, that's so funny. I can't believe we let that happen. And you know what? I was happy for both Sterling and I was happy for Tierney. And the only one that I wasn't happy for was Marino. And he was the only one banging in goals for us. Dude, for me, I was like, what the hell's going on with Marino going here? Now I see that he's going to be in for the UCL final, and I'm like, Marino!
You know,
I'm so excited.
I was a huge play Marino up front. You remember that? Yeah.
You were very ahead of the time over there, but I think everybody hated you for that as well.
You know, but I wasn't the only one who saw it. But I was like,
Well, I had different visions where I had Ramsdale up. Well, I was like, put him up front. We saw him shooting in Dubai. I remember they were like posting clips of all of them in Dubai, right?
Still
And we
of all
saw,
people.
we also Ramsdale like knocking it in, like very nicely. I think his shots were very good,
I don't
as
remember
all
this at
goalkeeper shots
all.
are. I was like, guys, he's a goalkeeper. He's gonna have such good shot power. Like, is he gonna find his feet though?
It's actually wild to think that's 3 years ago now, huh?
I miss him. I think he's a good player. I was definitely deranged into thinking that he was like the best goalkeeper ever.
Same. I
But
was gutted when we bought Raya, and like he started the Everton game, right? I was like,
yeah,
but at the time I also wasn't one to like question my Lord and Savior Mikel Arteta, right?
that's bull.
No, back then,
Sure.
back then, then I was like, you know
Dude,
what?
I
They
fully
are
bought
gonna
into-
compete. You know, we have 2-1
Yeah,
starting goalies.
I fully bought into Arteta saying that, and I was
Same.
like so into what he said that I remember consistently talking about having Ramsdale play the away games and having Raya play at home, because Raya at the time, I do think he did perform better at home, and I remember Ramsdale from the season before had such an incredible season when we were away from home.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like the narrative of him like needing like the opposition crowd to get on his back to focus, right?
Exactly, yeah. Because we were talking about like the Tottenham games at the time, because that was very prevalent at the time.
Yeah. You know, actually, I watched the overlap thing today with where he joined Gary Neville, right? And they brought that up to him, and he was like, he felt like he needed a different profile in goalie, is what he described it, right? He didn't say like, he said it's not because Aaron didn't have the quality. I just felt like we needed a different profile in goalie.
I think Raya is like a 1 in a billion trillion find, and I thank Brentford every day that they did find him, because he is, in my opinion, a phenomenal goalkeeper that really does it all for a modern goalkeeper, isn't he?
We already had a link with him, with the goalkeeping coach, right? So we already knew about him. Weren't we like linked with him as well as Aaron when we went in for Aaron. I also remember Raya links.
Yeah, so I do think him being at Brentford for those few years was good, because clearly it helped with his shot stopping and it helped with his saving abilities. His ability with his feet was never in doubt. I think it definitely helped in his cross claiming, because Brentford always took the set pieces thing just as seriously as Arsenal currently does.
Yeah, we learned from them actually in that
We
case.
learned a lot from them. Yeah. Either when it was being weird, when we were being bullied by them, or when they were defending a corner, attacking a corner. They did it very uniquely from the rest of the league, which is just something that I really appreciate. And I think they do it much better than most of the league at the moment, because they take more than just the corner, the kickoff, the penalty. They even take the throw-ins seriously. I think every part of their game is very based around set pieces, but they also do it very well.
What do their kickoffs look like? Do they also just like hoof the ball for territory? I don't like that. I like the plays, this like actual set plays, right? Where it's like we treat it like American football, and you have like runners going up, and then
okay. So they do send a runner up. Technically, they do send runners up.
Yeah.
Just to build that pressure, maybe get an early goal in first 2-3 minutes, and they can build that pressure. Maybe get a throw in, force some pressure, get the opposition to give them a throw in. Then maybe with that throw in, they can just long throw it into the box, maybe get an early goal.
You know, I think it's actually really surprising. It's not something Arteta does, right? For someone who's like talking with all these different coaches, you know. I think it's really interesting that he doesn't see like the link between a kickoff and like a football play.
I can get what you mean. Yeah. But like even recently, we've seen Arteta doing that in games, where he starts by kicking off the ball and then sending it to the opposition side.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
not
more
sure if
like
you
a
noticed it.
that's more like a rugby play, right? Playing for territory. I'm talking more so
Yeah.
like you're actually aiming the ball at a runner of your own
Oh,
to like cut it back in.
I think the most important thing for us at the moment is for Arsenal. We're just based out of position, out of sorry, not out of position, out of without the ball. We're just based.
I hate that. I don't want to hear that.
For that, you can read John Mackenzie's book.
I will
No, but,
I will not listen to out of position analysis. You all might be right? I'm not having it.
No, for me, I just think, just speaking from the context of watching the games, right? Watching Arteta, all these things, building that pressure early on, and maybe letting them kick around the ball for a minute or two before we regain position.
All right.
Maybe conceding an early chance or two, but then regaining possession, regaining coolness, calmness,
That's too
getting
much
ourselves
like
collected.
makes the sport feel too much like rugby, if you know what I mean. Like you can see the
Yeah.
kicking and the kicking, right? And that's why I feel
Yeah.
like we have this really whenever we put out a team I don't like, I call it our rugby team, right?
Isn't that just every team for you?
No, like sometimes
Which team do you actually like?
or like when he puts
The only team you like is Middlesbrough.
like when he puts out Gyökeres with Kai Havertz, right? Immediately I'm like rugby team, because
I like that though.
Gyökeres, Havertz, Zubamendi, Rice, and then
You are kind of right though, because having Gyökeres with Kai Havertz is almost like having Eben Etzebeth.
exactly, it's like two
Eben
locks.
Etzebeth is collecting it and then he's just passing it along.
Yeah,
to, like,
exactly.
Mark or something.
And I think like I just made I now think that that's probably because he talks to the rugby coaches as well, right?
Yeah. He's not rugby coach, but he's been in contact with the LA Rams coach, which is for American football.
I'm sure he talked to like the England rugby coach.
It wasn't England rugby coach; it was the New Zealand rugby coach.
Oh, okay. Okay, but maybe I'm like I'm like
They even congratulated us, if I'm not wrong. The All Blacks.
they congratulated us.
Yeah,
Who, Arsenal?
for winning the league.
Did they or did they not? I didn't hear you.
They did
Oh,
congratulate us. Yeah.
Okay, but maybe I'm making this up, by the way. Let's continue to historical season, right? And a historical game. What do you think?
Sure.
What do you think about the season up to this point? Job well done? Are you like ecstatic as someone who never gave up on our Lord and Savior Mikel?
As you're aware, I was one of the few people that was like toxically positive throughout the whole season.
Right.
As I always am. It's not something that I can help. It's just I like hope. I like hope more than anything.
Same,
And Arsenal
but
is like my personal hope. So I am always that toxic positive type. Where obviously I have my own outbursts from time to time, but this season truly made me proud, because obviously we had so many games where we won by a goal to nil. We had so many games where we always had it just on the line. We had so many games that we went to where we went and said, this is the most important game of the season. We have to treat this game as a final. We have to treat this game as a final. We said that possibly like 8 to 10 times.
yes, every game was the biggest game ever until the next one.
Yeah. And I think the way that we handled it was a job well done in every scenario. I think there were times where we were extremely lacking, where we maybe made a foolish decision or two. For me, I think one of the foolish decisions was maybe playing Ben White a bit too much right after he recovered. We nearly did the same thing with Kai. but luckily Jokic stood up a bit, played the roles that he had to. So I think that made me really happy. But obviously there was some stuff that we could have done significantly better. But yeah, I think overall this season has been wonderful, fantastic. I personally gave it a 9.5 out of 10. Obviously there's that 0.5 where we could have and should have won it earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But I'm glad that we didn't have to take our foot off the gas, because we saw what happened with Liverpool last season, where they got to take their foot off the gas a bit earlier.
Yeah.
And when they did, it clearly cost them.
I just think like
because they
Salah's
could've-
run was like drying up, you know, and Slot had to like actually do something, and now we know what he is capable of. But I don't think like maybe you'll tell me. I don't think it was a 9.5 season throughout the whole season, or at least it didn't feel like that all the time, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like a Wolves game, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember both.
Yeah, the Manchester United game really got to me.
Oof.
Because I personally feel like not only the refereeing in that game, I feel like even Arteta made a few mistakes during that entire game.
Yeah.
There was the Sunderland game that we played at the Stadium of Light. Your voice cut out there.
Uh-huh.
Your voice cut out there for a second.
I think that was a good game, right? I think we
The 2-2?
did. Pardon?
The 2-2?
Yeah, I think we were unlucky at the end.
Yeah.
Because remember, we didn't even have any senior attackers available, right? I mean subs wise. Martinelli and Noni were both injured. Saka was out. Or no, Saka played. Right, he scored one of the goals. Hai was still out. I think Odegaard was also injured.
Odegaard's been injured for most of the season. Odegaard's been injured for most of the season.
Yeah, but he still has more Premier League minutes than Martinelli, by the way.
Yeah, Martinelli's been a weird case this season, but we can get to that later.
Gyökeres was also out then, right? The Burnley game was before that. Yeah, I think so. Because that was the game before the international break. Where like after that break we started to stumble a bit more, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was a really good game. We were like piling on the pressure.
We didn't let the pressure get to us as well, though.
I just think we were so unlucky.
We were.
Like really, like we
Give it
did.
to us, yeah.
We like scrambled at the end to like clear the goal, and then was it Brobby who scored
Yeah,
like right
I
at
believe
the
it was
death,
Brobby. Yeah, I do believe it was Brobby who scored
right
the
at
goal.
the death.
But I'm used to players scoring right at the death with us.
Yeah. So yeah, historical season that wasn't maybe always
Brian Brobby.
always the funnest to
I think Ballard's
watch.
goal was a bit unlucky. Like
Yes,
early on.
yeah.
His first goal, I think it was very unlucky.
But his Sally is like so much ore.
I actually respect the celebration, even if he played for us.
I love it.
I think there's like a limit to. I think there's a limit, like with player celebrations not celebrating against their own teams. I think there should be a limit to that unspoken rule.
Like a statute of limitations, you mean?
Not a statute of limitations. It's a statute of importance.
Like the goal.
Like
if it's like a big one.
Rice should never celebrate against West Ham because they truly did give him an opportunity to succeed. But he shouldn't stop his celebrations against Ireland. Like, do you remember that? Like, he shouldn't do that. That's just too much. So I think Ballard, ex-Arsenal, I can understand why he did it. If anything, I salute him for celebrating against.
We deserve it.
We did deserve it.
One more game I want to talk about.
Sure.
In terms of a negative in the season was the Carabao Cup final.
Man City, yeah.
I think
I can get on board with that. I think we did so many things poorly in that game.
I think Arteta totally killed us that game. And then even
Yeah.
like momentum, he couldn't like read the momentum. I think he like until we got like slapped 2 goals, he only then brought on Calafiori, right?
Yeah. It was exactly the minute after I believe Nico Riley scored his second.
Game left such
I
a
think
bitter taste in my
we
mouth.
definitely had so many chances to not score, but I mean to succeed in that game.
Yeah. That game made me so mad. I was left disgusted, right?
Yeah, I was definitely disappointed about two things in that game. One, Ben White being on for that length of time, because I don't think Ben White was good either that game.
I think he
He
just
was
needed
just
to
as
make
bad as him, Capia.
any change. If he made like any change before they scored, because everyone could see like
Yeah,
we're punching air at some
Exactly.
point.
Also, Zubimendi, I don't think he should have played that game.
Yeah,
I think he was too tired. He looked exhausted for that game.
yeah.
And my final thing, and I've been against him. I think he's the only player that I've been against this entire season, but I also have a little bit of love and respect for him. But the player that I have against is Kepa Arrizabalaga. He made, I think, both mistakes to both goals.
I forgot Kepa played that game.
I think his incapability to make a real save screwed with us.
Yeah.
So I think it really disappointed me that he got the call up for such a big game again.
I also think he like kind of killed us in possession, right? Remember they didn't even
Yeah.
press us; they just like blocked the
Yeah, and for me, right then, I think it was Arteta's fault the game after for playing Kepa as the main keeper again against Southampton.
yes.
Because Kepa's morale was all time low.
Yeah, but
And if
remember
you're
he
starting
said
a
like,
keeper at all time low, it's over for you.
but he did say like if I could do it again in the Carabao Cup final, he would start Kepa again, and
Because he would.
and that like at the time I did not want to hear Arteta speak. I was so
Yeah.
upset.
I get you. But yeah, I think Ricardo Calafiori came on that game, changed it. As
Yeah,
much
I
as he
think
could for us.
he could have made any change, just like stop the momentum. That was the main thing.
Yeah, I think Havertz also missed that like massive chance. I don't remember what minute it was, but he missed that
Yeah, I
massive
remember.
chance. And it was like just one, like the shot that I was really annoyed about. But I was really upset with Gyökeres.
Yes. I wanted him to take Gyökeres off like halftime. I wanted him to like
Immediately.
just
But
play
because-
anyone else there.
Yeah, at the time, I don't think he made a single shot that game.
But that was like kind of the norm for Gyökeres till now late in the season.
Recently, yeah.
He-
I think I do think a lot changed after the Southampton game. With regards to Gyökeres, I think he was forced to make a lot more smart moves. Gyökeres, I think he identified himself as an issue.
It's crazy how
he
he
improved.
is like our top scorer, right? But he had so few shots, like in the league especially, right? I remember there was like a stat where he didn't have a shot against top 10 opposition, and that was like in March.
I do think he made some good changes for himself, but I also think the team is finally being able to integrate around him. We saw Saka being able to create more chances for the guy. We've seen Trossard being able to
Trossard
create more
especially.
chances. Trossard has come alive at the end of the season again, and I fully trust him to go into the Champions League and show it to us again, because he is that big game player.
Just so by the way, Martinelli has more GA than Trossard. Or I think it's equal. But he has better per 90 GA.
Per 90, but he's also played less 90.
Yeah, he's like almost, he's like on 500 minutes less, I think. Maybe more.
Yeah, so I can understand why it's less, but also We'll get back into that when we announce our own lineups, our predicted lineups, our hopeful lineups.
Yeah, okay.
And we can get into that whenever you're ready.
Yes, we can do the. You want to do the Arsenal x PSG one, or you want to do the predicted one first?
I think we do Arsenal x PSG first, just for.
You know what? I'm
Actually,
sorry
let's
for
do Arsenal
asking you.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do Arsenal first.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, you wanna go first?
I think I'll read out Carvin's first, then I'll
Yeah.
read out Kabir, and then we can go through our own.
Oh yeah.
And we can actually go into length discussing our own.
You wanna tell them why Calvin couldn't make today, and Kabir?
Sorry? Oh, Carvin couldn't make it today. He was busy studying. And Kabir couldn't make it today because he was selfishly deciding to go help out in charity. Like, what the heck's that even about? Like, he could have been here for the podcast, but I guess he was feeling lazy and went to go help charity. So I think we are very embarrassed about this, but they did promise to be here for the next episode.
Calvin especially.
Carvin especially.
Right.
He would not miss it for the world.
Let me go first, right? So my 11, number.
Well, let me just read out Carvin and
I forgot.
Kabir's first, and then then we can at least discuss ours in length because obviously ours is more important. So I think I like Carvin's here. It starts with Raya. I can't believe he didn't go with Kepa. Then from right back, I hope it starts with Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, which is a good starting form. Also, he didn't know that Timber was injured because he hasn't been able to keep up with Arsenal much recently, especially due to his studies, his work, his internship. So he didn't know that Timber was injured, and he didn't know that Timber was back. So it was very funny to tell him that too. His midfield is looking with Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard, which I think...
Interesting.
It was very interesting to read that. The only thing that I replied to him when he showed me that was interesting. And his front three goes Saka, Gyökeres, Leo.
Interesting again.
I think so too, but not in a good way.
For both the midfield and the attack.
Yeah, I don't love his attack or midfield. But let me just now go through Kabir's 11. Sorry about that. He went with the same back line, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. His midfield says MLS, he wants Miles to start. Rice, so I think that's a double pivot that he wants. And then Odegaard in the AM, the attacking, the 8. And then finally, he wants Saka, Gyökeres, Leo to start.
Yeah, okay.
So he went with basically the same team, just with MLS instead of...
I think what's interesting about his lineups is I think Arteta's lineup is pretty close to his... What he is actually... my lineup is what I would like to see, right?
Yeah.
It's not a predicted lineup.
Did you troll with this? Did you troll with this?
No, I went... Define troll. Okay, wait, you'll tell me. I went Raya, and then I went Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Rice. I went Miles, Eze, and then I went Saka, Havertz, and Martinelli.
I appreciate that actually. I think that's a good lineup. I love Havertz up front. I think we both do, especially starting against this sort of lineup.
Yeah.
I'm sure we both would have loved Havertz to be playing in the PSG semi-finals last season.
Yeah.
But obviously he's been going through his injury, heartbreaks, and all those sorts of things in the last few months. So I also would have loved to start Havertz in that game. So I think he's the best person for the job because we saw how stage last season in the league stage. Sorry.
Can you say that again?
I think we both remember how it went when we beat PSG in the
league stage.
Mm.
With
Yeah,
Havertz and Saka up front. I think they also make for the best front in the front three. They should be the two most immovable, Saka and Havertz.
I would take, but not for today.
Yeah, but also I think Martinelli is the best player for the job, at least for this match, because we all know that PSG loves to play that high line. They like to play a bit more riskier, dangerously, but they also know how to defend. We all know that Hakimi knows how to defend. We all know that they all know how to defend. João Neves, Vitinha. We know that Marquinhos has his moments. We all know that Nuno Mendes can defend. We all know William Pacho can defend.
I think Nelly had like a decent showing against Hakimi last season in both legs. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I think if he scored the goal, right, everyone would be like, "Wow, what a performance!" But because he missed that big chance, it's like people look back at it scathingly, and probably
I
rightfully.
think we would have
right?
gone. We would definitely have gone into the season a bit more positive with Martinelli.
Yeah.
Martinelli definitely had his rough moments last season where it felt like the entire fan base had his back against the wall.
Funnily enough, he was still top 3 GA, I think, or maybe top 4.
Yeah, but look, he did go through a tough patch. I think we can both agree with last season, where to the point where he had to kind of defend himself. Because I'm not sure if you remember when he posted his who scored graphic, and then he made it into the 11 for who scored.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he did that.
My goat. I don't even remember it, but
it was so
well
funny,
done.
But,
I'm with you.
So I think he's a fantastic player, especially in the Champions League. We've seen what he can do. He definitely causes a lot of stress for a lot of opposing players in Europe. We also know that he's very much wanted by clubs like PSG and Bayern Munich because of what he can do, especially against a high line. So personally, I want Martinelli to also start. So if it's fine, I'll just read through my lineup. It's not too different from yours. I had Raya starting, obviously. Timber at right back because I really just hope he makes it back. But if he doesn't, I think we all agree that we want Mosquera there. We don't really want Nkapie starting on the right.
Maybe if it was Calafiori, I could.
I could have Calafiori starting at the right and Nkapie on the left. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think I could have Calafiori on the right if Nkapie is on the left, especially because we all see the silly stuff that Calafiori is able to do wherever he's positioned. Like we saw Calafiori randomly show up on Saka's side during the not the Fulham game, the Burnley game.
Yeah.
Where he just randomly showed up like a ninja from the hidden leaf on the right hand side. So I think he can definitely overlap and underlap with Saka. So yeah, I had a backline of Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber. If Timber isn't available, then Mosquera. And if Arteta doesn't feel comfortable starting with Mosquera in a game like this, I don't mind a backline of Nkapie, Gabriel, Saliba, and Calafiori. My midfield looks with Miles Lewis-Kelly, Declan Rice, and Odegaard.
Yeah, I think that's what will happen.
I think it's almost impossible for a fit Odegaard to be dropped in such a high-stakes game. It would also be nice to have the most captain-like players on the pitch, just to keep the players under control and calm and collected. Because we have Gabriel in the back, we have Rice and Odegaard together as captains in the midfield. We have Saka as a captain up front, and obviously we have Captain Martinelli on the left. And then so my front line, I think I basically already told you. It's Martinelli on the left, Havertz down the middle, and Saka on the right. In this game, I would like to see Martinelli getting a bit more chances to counter, a bit more chances to just play down the middle. Maybe for Havertz to be able to play a couple of balls to him, or Saka being able to play a couple of passes to him. And I'd also like to see Martinelli, instead of taking his time with a couple of shots, just shooting it. because that's how PSG is going to play. They're just going to shoot it. They're not going to take their time. They're not going to play with their food. I don't think in the Champions League we should be playing without food. I think we should be taking it as seriously as we can.
Right. I think I said Martinelli to start, right? But I think Trossard and Eze both have a bigger chance of starting up on the left wing than him. I definitely think Odegaard is playing. Odegaard and Havertz will not be missing this game, even if like Marino is fit. I wonder if if Marino is fit, I wonder if Gyökeres is getting on. But I think like that puts Martinelli like in even more danger of not featuring. Like he even puts Noni on ahead of Martinelli, right?
It's different. I think it's a different circumstance though, because Saka when he isn't creating, he isn't creating. Saka has had his tough moments as well this season, but obviously he always knows how to break through in the big moments.
Yeah.
So I think Saka will be showing up in this game. I think unless it goes to 120 minutes, we see Saka for the entire 90.
Yeah, Saka should not come off, I think, unless it's like a stinker.
I personally think if we're winning, we see the same 11 for a very long time, besides maybe a change or two, for the entire 90.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I can understand the argument for that.
But only if we're winning by like 2 goals, and it's like 70th minute. I don't think Arteta changes a thing in that time.
I think you would then bring on
unless
the
bringing on like Zubimendi.
Yeah,
like
I think
I
think you would then bring on the runners, you know, to like to make like the breaks very dangerous, so that they don't pin us in too much.
Yeah. I think we just need 1 goal to unsettle the defense, and we just need 2 goals to unsettle the attack.
I think we're definitely conceding though. But
we're definitely conceding. I don't think there's a doubt in the world about that.
Yeah. Well, you never know with Arsenal, right?
Would you like to go through your PSG Arsenal 11s?
Yes. Okay, so like I told you earlier, I thought of doing like a troll 11, just doing Arsenal, but after like doing an actual one, I think some people will still think I'm trolling.
To be completely honest with you, mine is also dominated by Arsenal players.
Yeah. So I went Raya. I don't even know the PSG goalie's name.
Don't worry about it. I don't think he exists. I don't think he's a real footballer.
Then I went Timber, right? Like you said we're doing fit, like who's fit?
Yeah, who's currently fit.
Yeah. Then I went Saliba and Gabriel.
Of course.
And then I went Nuno Mendes.
Okay, I can see the argument.
Yeah.
I can see the argument about one of the best left backs in the world.
Yeah. For now, anyway.
For now.
Then I went Rice,
Right.
Miles, Eze.
You don't think Joao Neves gets in? You don't think Vitinha
You know,
gets in?
I was thinking Neves, but I have to back my boy.
I get you, brother. I expect it.
Like, Neves over Miles is probably like, if I wasn't being facetious, I could probably hear that out, you know? And then at the 10, I said Eze. I was thinking maybe putting Doué there or even Dembouz, but then I thought, nah, I'll just not. And then for the attack, right, I went Saka, Dembouz, and Kvaratskhelia.
Say that again. I dare you to say that again.
Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia.
You know what I mean.
You're completely skipping all the L's in his name.
Kvaratskhelia. I'm saying L. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia, yeah. I skipped out the K.
Yeah.
I just wrote down Kvara, that's
I
right.
respect your lineup. I actually think it's a good lineup. I think that lineup is world beaters. Like they don't do anything wrong in that lineup. Which is makes me regret my lineup a bit. So I went Raya, at the base because I don't think Sofinov is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think he's been the best goalkeeper in Ligue 1.
His rep is like not really good, right?
No, he's a significant downgrade on even Donnarumma, who I also don't think is like, I think he's overrated.
I just hate Donnarumma.
I also hate Donnarumma. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. We stand it here.
We do.
Yeah, so I had Raya starting because Raya is top 2, if not top 1 goalkeeper in the world. I personally have him at the 1 for every team in the world. I have him above Courtois, I have him above Buffon, I have him above Neuer, I have him above... No, I was joking, but I do have him as the current number 1 goalkeeper in the world. Like, I wouldn't replace him with anybody. I think Joan Garcia is my second best goalkeeper.
I've seen too much of him lately, but like
I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. He definitely keeps Barcelona in games.
I was really big on him before Barca signed him, right? And then even for a few games after, I was like, man, this guy is crazy. But then I lost scope of him.
Yeah, I think goalkeepers, if they remain too consistently good, they go out of eye view, like they go out of the public perspective. So I think he's an excellent goalkeeper, but I just think Raya is the better goalkeeper of the two. For my back line, I went Timber on the right, Calafiori on the left. I had Gabriel and Saliba at the base. I didn't put a single PSG player there. I don't think they deserve to be there in my complete opinion, because I think these are the 4 best defenders currently. In my Premier League team of the season, I have these 5 players at our base, goalkeeper included. And I think for my European 11, I have these same 4, and I wouldn't replace them with anybody. I think replacing them with anybody would kind of just ruin our dynamic instead. So I have these 4 starting for us always. For the midfield, I went Declan Rice at the 6, alongside João Neves, because I think João Neves is undeniably good, if not great or one of the greatest midfielders at the moment. And then I also had Vitinha, because I
what
think
do you think about him?
I think he's somehow overrated and underrated. But the problem is when they overrate him, they call him the best midfielder to have ever existed. And when they underrate him, they act like he's some sort of bum.
Like he does nothing.
Isn't. Yeah, he certainly isn't that, because I think he's significantly one of the best midfielders. He is one of the best midfielders in the
You know who he reminds me of? Odegaard, 22-23 Odegaard.
Yeah, I agree. Because Odegaard, fantastic job, was doing everything he had to, succeeding when he had to, was pulling us through in certain games. I just think that he's not getting enough rep, and I don't think he deserves the most rep, because I don't think he's the best midfielder for PSG. For me, that's João Neves. But I don't think he falls too far behind João Neves. And then so that was my midfield 3.
Yeah.
In my attack, I went Saka on the right, Kvaratskhelia on the left, and Mr. Dembele on the top.
Yeah.
I don't think
Fair.
we can deny a Ballon d'Or player from our list.
Even if he plays 15 games a season.
I don't like that he does that.
Yeah,
I think
so-
it's tragic, because football is essentially a game. It's just a game. It's a game of entertainment.
Right.
And if you're not showing up for your fans for as much or as often as you can, then I think it's a great disappointment to football. And in my opinion, it's like slightly disrespectful,
Yes.
where you're not showing your opponents that like you're taking them seriously by putting on any of your best players, except like maybe a couple of aging older players, experienced players. So I'm kind of disappointed in that fact,
Yeah.
but I also don't deny that he's one of the best footballers at the moment.
I have a take on. I think obviously, like, I think all footballers should probably be playing less football as a whole, right? Like, there's too much football going on.
I agree.
So I get why he's like preserving himself, but it's not. It's at some point it's like they're playing different sports, right? We how many minutes does Zubamendi has in his legs compared to Dembele,
I think
right?
he's reaching around 5,000 minutes. And in League 1, Dembele only has like 1,000 minutes played.
Yeah, that's wild. That's
Which I think is less
Martinelli
than-
minutes, right?
Yeah.
Martinelli just reached 1,000 with the last game.
Yeah. So I think it's, in my opinion, I agree with you. Footballers should be playing less. I don't think there should be competitions like the Club World Cup. It doesn't help anybody. It does spread the light on a couple of teams. Like, people didn't realize how good Flamengo were and how big the Flamengo fan base were.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see that appreciation. We also saw that, I'm not sure if you remember it, but the game with Dortmund versus Mamelodi Sundowns.
I didn't watch. I didn't watch Club World Cup at all.
I watched it a bit, but I remember that game specifically because it ended 4-3. And it was just a genuinely fun game to watch.
Who won?
And
Dortmund?
I think it was, yeah, Dortmund won 4.
Wow, but that's crazy. 4-3.
Yeah. So actually, Mamelodi Sundowns actually recently won the CAF Champions League.
Yeah,
So they won the African Champions League.
Paris
So
won
I was
the
very-
league.
We beat Morocco, so that was exciting. I like beating Morocco in anything really. But yeah, I think Dembele. I think obviously we should. Yeah, sorry, back on track. I think we should be playing less games altogether because what the hell is the Intercontinental Cup?
Yes.
Can you tell me what that is?
No,
I don't know what it is.
I-
I don't know how that's different from the Club World Cup. So I think we should be playing less games in total, World Cup included. I don't like 48 teams. I know that we didn't really benefit from it because we got first place. We got the place that we deserved in South Africa. So I'm not complaining, but I'm sorry. I'm not like saying it just because we get in first place. I think it shouldn't be a thing where 48 teams are at the World Cup and possibly 64 at the next World Cup. I think it's a
Wow.
little dumb.
Yeah, it's
Because
stupid.
where do we stop? Where do we stop? Where do we stop? Do we stop when Italy finally qualifies?
What a stray.
Like they're only going to qualify once we start accepting 220 teams into the World Cup. They'll have to beat Gibraltar in the final qualifying match. That's the only way that they qualify. It's going to piss me off.
It's what happens when you make Saka cry, right?
Yeah, one time, and I'm not going to let it happen again. I'll personally 2-foot Donnarumma if I have to. But yeah, I don't. I personally just think it's a bit of a disrespect to not play your best player, your Ballon d'Or winner, as much as you can. For Rodri, I kind of understood it. I definitely understood it last season because Rodri was injured. He had an ACL problem. He had a knee problem. He's been struggling with that knee injury even this season. So I can understand why they don't play him, right? He's a Ballon d'Or winner, but he can't play. Dembele is just an injury-prone player, but we all obviously know he is available to play.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a great disrespect to football itself and fans. Maybe the fans don't feel this way, but if I was a fan, I would feel this way. Where I would feel disrespected that this person doesn't want to show up for people that pay full price for games, pay for games, pay to watch the game. Really, any version. I just think it's a bit disrespectful. Like, people have his name on the back, but he's only playing like a tenth of the games per season.
Yeah. So hopefully our combined 11s haven't given our bias away, but what do you think? What do you think full-time score and scorers?
Can you go first?
Yeah, okay. So this one was hard.
It was so hard. I'm still thinking about it. We discussed this like 2 hours ago that we have to come up with a score. I can't come up with one.
Yeah, I was first thinking 3-1 to Arsenal, right? But then I was like,
That was my score.
man, that's a little too dominant. Like,
Yeah.
Do we really have it in us to do that? I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Unfortunately, that's our thing, right? We don't make games high-scoring. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win to us. I think Saka gets a goal, and I think we get a corner goal probably, or set-piece goal. And I think like
Mikel Marino.
I think everyone will hate that.
I will love that.
Everyone that is not us. I can't believe our last game, last goal that mattered was a corner goal, right?
I'm so happy. I think even in the Crystal Palace game, our goal technically counted as a set piece goal.
Yes,
The
yeah.
Noni Madueke one. So I was very happy about that.
Oh yeah.
That one counted as a set piece goal.
See, Martinelli is like our only saving grace. He assisted the non-set piece goal. He wants to make Arsenal watchable, but no.
Okay, I'm gonna go 3-1 to Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. I think Saka scores. I think Martinelli scores.
Oh wow.
I think Kai Havertz scores.
I don't even think Martinelli plays. I think we concede to Cavaradonna.
Yeah, I was thinking possibly 2 goals to them. But not Kvara. I thought maybe Dembele will score one. As for the second goal, could really come from anybody. I think it could come from Hakimi even.
Hakimi's not
I don't
playing.
think that's correct.
I think he's injured.
No, he's available.
Really?
Yeah, there were like a lot of French sources saying that he was available again, and also he got called up to the Moroccan national team for the
I
World
put
Cup.
him in my 11 then.
I still don't put him there. I only have Arsenal players in my back. So yeah, I think that's going to be the score, maybe 3-1 or 3-2. Kabir went with a similar score, 2-1. He said Saka's going to score a brace, and he also thinks that Dembele will score one. And then finally, our final one will be Mr. Kevin, who believes the final score will be 2-2. He thinks it goes down to penalties. So I kind of wanted to kill him when he told me that. Yeah, he only predicted 2-2 to Arsenal. He said that we'd win on penalties. Personally, I would be too stressed if it goes to penalties. I definitely think I rip a couple of shirts off, just thinking about that. But you guys will have to see if we decide to maybe live stream on that day.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe do a watch along, but I don't know how I feel about a watch along because I kind of just want to stick to my plan of watching it in my dimly lit room, alone on my screen. Focusing completely on Arsenal.
Maybe we start like on the World Cup, maybe?
Yeah, maybe having Flock Mob on the side. Not to check scores or anything, but specifically just to like check their commentary because I like watching games on mute. But yeah, that's like my only plan that I can think of. But if we do decide to live stream it, then I'm gonna be in full panic mode. And I am scared to scream Tom's ears off.
It would probably just be you and me in the live stream. Like nobody would.
It really would just me. Yeah. I mean, I don't really care about that, but
Same,
viewers would be nice. It would be nice to have viewers, but it would also be nice to watch a match with a friend or somebody.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going down to Waterfront, and if you don't know what Waterfront is, it's just basically one of our biggest tourist malls in Cape Town, South Africa. But when you go down there, there's a screening section where they usually screen the biggest matches ongoing in the world. So a couple of years ago, 2023, they were streaming the World Cup final for rugby. And it was one of the best atmospheres that I've ever been included in. So that was just one of the things that I was possibly thinking about, maybe watching the PSG game there, Arsenal PSG game there. or maybe watching it with a bit of family. But I really don't like watching with family, specifically because family will taunt me until either side scores, and if the other side scores, then I want to kill them. Then it's truly just a horrendous watching experience. Even watching it with my Arsenal fan cousin, is just a horrendous experience because he's a doomer. And I remember for the last 10 games, right after the City game, so the last 6 or 7 games, he completely doomed out. I'm not joking. He doesn't talk about football a lot, but for that couple of days right after that game, he kept like coming up to me, bumping me on the shoulder and saying, "We bottled that one, didn't we? We bottled it." In the most depressing tone I've ever heard. I can't even mimic it if I tried. But he was so gone. But he's also just a natural doomer.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a fan of the club just following the Invincible season. So he watched our Champions League failure in the final before. He watched the semi-final against Barcelona as well. He was there for all the big sad moments. He was there for the 8-2. He was there for the 6-0. He was there for all the depressing moments in Arsenal.
Man, I missed all those.
Yeah, and recently he went for Hajj, which is Muslims' pilgrimage to Mecca, Saudi Arabian Mecca.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our pilgrimage, and he went there, and we won. So he was very ecstatic. He called me up a couple of days ago. He said, Saud, we won, my duas, they worked. Told him, bye, which means brother. Telling him, bye, pray for the Champions League. So I'm using all my good luck charms. I'm saving up my lucky shirt in my cupboard at the moment. I currently have my unlucky ring on, because whenever I wear this ring, it brings all the unluckiness. Every single thing that I believe in, I'm taking it with me till Saturday. This is my unlucky ring, as I just mentioned. The reason I wear it is because it brings bad luck, and if I wear this until essentially the second I take it off, all the good luck will be rushing back.
So you're saving it for Saturday.
I'm saving it for Saturday. So I don't care whatever bad luck comes next. I don't care if I lose a leg in that time. I'm going to keep wearing this, at least until Saturday. But I take it off in the morning when I shave and everything, look clean, look beautiful. So that's when I start doing all my good luck rituals.
Side note, what do you think? This is going to be what do you think about Gordon to Barcelona?
I think they got scammed. I think every big club in the world obviously is looking at him and they're like, yeah, this is a brilliant player.
I like Gordon.
I don't like Gordon. I like him in the sense that I think he's actually a decent player. I think he's a decent player. I don't think he's worth 85 million pounds.
I think that's a lot. But I like Gordon in the same way I like Martinelli, right? I think both would look good in central zones.
Yeah.
I think I'm surprised by the price tag, right? I think that's
especially with what they said to Man United about him, about Rashford being too expensive for 35 million. It kind of confuses me. What are you going for?
Yeah, especially from Barca.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will say, if this means that Rafinha becomes available for, say, 110 million pounds, take him. I say take him.
I don't think he's the Rafinha replacement. I think he's just going to play...
Do you think Rafinha starts playing down the middle?
No, I think Gordon does. I think Gordon is more the Lewandowski replacement and Rafinha backup.
But it's so confusing to me because I believe Gordon has only scored a handful of goals in the league this season. His only goals really came from
the UCL
Champions League. Yeah.
Like Martinelli.
Yeah, he scored 6 goals and 2 assists in the Premier League this season.
Oh, that's better
So
than Martinelli.
I think that is better than Martinelli, but I still think it's like it's an iffy signing. He definitely gets his break over the season, like at the end where Howe stopped playing him, and I don't think he was called up to the World Cup. I don't believe he was called up to the World Cup.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But even if he was, I still think he gets like a nice good break before he goes to play for Barcelona. He doesn't really have an injury history. I think he's always been relatively non-injury prone.
Yeah,
So
like I
if
said,
anything, yeah,
I like him, but
I think I'm happy for him to get that move.
yeah,
That's an amazing move.
it's a
That's like
good move.
it's a child's dream to play for Barcelona, Real Madrid.
I'm surprised Barcelona
Arsenal.
didn't come in for Martinelli, right?
I don't think they did, but I think Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain are looking at them.
Yeah, I remember the PSG links and the Bayern ones.
So, yeah, so I think they're good. I think they're good to go. So if they come for Martinelli, I think they should pay at least 80 plus. In my
It's not
opinion.
happening. No,
Especially if you're paying like 85 million for Gordon. I think we should be looking to sell Martinelli for the same price.
Isn't Ox like still our record sale? 45?
No. I think it became I think it became Emil Smith Rowe. No?
Really?
I think so.
Didn't we sell Ox for like 45?
It was 40 million, I think.
Well, okay, but was it pounds or was it euros? It was probably pounds, right?
To another English club, so
Yeah. Yeah, I think Emil didn't go for that, right? Did he? He was like 34.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I think it still is Ox.
Yeah.
Were you upset when he left?
Who?
Ox.
I was a casual back then.
I don't remember much about him. I wasn't unhappy for him, but I wasn't happy either that he left.
Yeah. I was upset when Emil left. That I can tell you.
Who?
Emil. ESR.
Emil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was really depressed about that leaving, but I also knew it had to happen.
Yeah.
The one that really depressed me was Alexis Sanchez. Dude, that guy was my childhood hero.
We didn't even get money for him, right? We got like Mkhitaryan slop.
Yeah, we got Mkhitaryan. My favorite thing to this day is that they were both flops for both clubs.
Yes.
If anything, I think Mkhitaryan was less of a flop.
Yeah.
It's just like by a
probably like actually.
Yeah, by like a small ounce, he was like less of a flop, but a flop nonetheless. So, yeah.
We really shouldn't be discussing transfers, but one more. Morgan Rogers.
I want him.
Yeah, you want them?
I want him. I think 80 million is a good price for him.
I think
he's
80
a
million
decent
is too
player.
much.
Really? I think if we got him for like even £5 million less, everybody would be saying that's a fantastic deal.
I think like 60. You should be going for what Eze went. Maybe more, maybe a little more, right?
I think he goes for a bit higher than Eze because
younger.
Yeah, but also because Aston Villa had a higher finishing position. So they're allowed to see us as a bit more, not like completely, but as a bit more of a direct rival to Aston Villa. As for Crystal Palace, they were in 12th place, I believe. So them finishing 12th, they didn't really see us as that direct rival. Also, we had good relations with their head. What's his name? Steve Parish.
Yes.
So I think we had like that good relation going. So I don't think it was a bad deal to pay 60 for him. I think we could have seen him going for more. We did actually see him going for more to Tottenham. We got him at a better price. So I don't get how that ever happened. But yeah, I think Morgan Rogers, for the context, because we have to take the context in, seeing as they're a direct rival, they're going to be in the Champions League just like us next season. I can see it. Also, I think Morgan Rogers is an Arsenal fan. I'm not 100% sure, but he seems like an Arsenal fan. Am I wrong?
I don't think is, but it wouldn't be surprising, right?
Yeah. 'Cause,
Um,
I remember in December he said like, yeah, losing 4-1 was pretty bad, but we did lose to the best team in the league. I don't know, it's so funny because I think we also had rumors about him at that time as well.
the thing is, he's a little thick though.
He is a little.
Did you see the video where they asked him how much does he think the Europa League trophy weighs, and he was
He
like
said like
45 kilograms.
44. Yeah. Dude, that's so funny. I don't mind that. I think sometimes you do need that smart player, like that intelligent person.
Yeah,
Which I think we have that in Saka, to be honest.
yeah. We
I think Saka is intelligent. I think Darwin is intelligent.
wait.
I would like to see Darwin in an interview just to see how he
Yeah.
comes off.
Let me hear before I bestow
Yeah.
him with intelligence. But I think
I've
Saka.
only ever
Yeah.
read his. I think I've only ever read a few of his but he had a few like youth level interviews.
I think
Where it was like
it's
kind
actually
of
pretty
lowballing
smart
questions.
as well.
Yeah, he comes off as smart.
Mm,
Eze is smart, yeah, because
chess.
not just chess, but he also just like in interviews he comes off as like a very genuine person, very honest, very God loving. But also the chess because I like chess and I rate people that play chess as very intelligent, even though I know they shouldn't be. But it's just how I think.
I agree. I don't think chess is like okay, but whatever.
That's a good barometer of ability to piece things together. It's a good barometer to think ahead, is what I should have said.
We can say that, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Morgan Rogers would be a good deal. I would take him.
I like Rodgers. I like the player a lot. Every time I watch
Yeah.
Villa, I'm like, man, Rodgers is so good. But
Can I tell?
I'm like wondering, fit-wise, like
Can
we
I
already
tell you
bought.
why he fits?
Yeah,
One, he can play in two positions, wing fielder.
yeah.
The second thing, and I don't think you saw this, he's 6'1" to 6'2". Did I answer your question? He's also an XG cheat, which is kind of just like a bit of everything that Arteta wants.
I'm intrigued about the fit, shall I say? Like I'm really. To me, it seems like he's accepting the left wing position is different from what it was
Yeah,
3 and 4 years ago, right?
yeah. The left wing position requires you to be a bit more of a fit player.
Like
You
a
can't just,
creator, I would say.
Yeah, you can't just laser around. You have to be a creator. You have to be a midfielder. You have to be able to run back to do his defense.
Yeah,
That's
but
how Arteta has always seen.
I'm saying it's not like a runner type role anymore. It's like a ball to feet role.
Yeah, can I just say I actually appreciate Leandro Trossard so much for Arsenal. I think every Arsenal fan does and should love and respect him as a player. Because whenever he's out on the pitch, we all see him giving his 100, his 110. Like in the Fulham game, sorry, not Fulham, in the Crystal Palace game, he didn't have to, but he went out there and he defended even as much as he could. He didn't want to give the ball away. He didn't want to waste anything. So I do really appreciate that from him. Sorry, it was the Fulham game. Yeah, where he was like even putting in his defensive work for that game. So I really do appreciate that from a player like him. Despite his age, he still plays like he has everything on the line. So I think him and Martinelli, the way that they always track back, they track forward, they keep up the line, they're always waiting for any ball, they take their shots. I appreciate those sorts of players a lot. And I think he's going to be one of the hardest players to replace in the coming years. I think we're going to try to pour a lot of money into that position. The left wing, the midfielder, the tracking back sort of player. I think we will be seeing a lot of money going into that area. But I hope that we are able to quickly replace someone we just played as brilliantly as he did.
I think I'll forever be grateful to him, of course. Yeah, I
If you don't
think
like him taking a Martinelli minutes.
yeah, that's the one thing. Like, why did you have to be good
This good.
and like at the same time like hurt my goat, you know?
Yeah. Also, I'm just checking out this Crystal Palace Real Vallecano game on the side.
Mhm.
It's such a weird game to
What's the
commentate
score?
over, but
When did they start playing?
No, it's 0-0. They've been playing for 45 minutes.
Mm.
They haven't done anything.
I think we can call it here, right?
I think we should call it here. Thank you for
So,
joining us tonight. It was such a pleasure.
One last thing for me.
Oh. You could have cut me off earlier.
You what?
You could have cut me off earlier. It's fine to cut me off. I don't take it too hard.
So I was thinking. I actually forgot. I wanted to give Arteta credit for like getting us into the UCL final, right? For the historic season. Oh yeah, I wanted to give him credit for, like, as someone who after the Carabao Cup game was said, I think it's more likely he gets sacked than him winning the double. And like, here I am predicting wins against PSG, right? So I just wanted to say, like, well done for at the very least getting me on board again.
Kudos. For winning the league, you get a kudos. I like his passion at the moment, especially with his confidence going into the UCL final. He's not backseating it. He's not saying that there's like maybe a chance that we'll win or maybe a chance that we'll succeed. I like that he's fully going into it. He is telling the family of the players, he is telling everybody, we're gonna win the Champions League and we're gonna come back with that Champions League to London. So I really appreciate that. I have so much love and respect for Arteta. Obviously, he's had his moments where I lost a bit of that love and or respect because of certain circumstances. Maybe it was the club, maybe it was the manager. We still don't know. We'll never know. But I still have a lot of love and respect for the guy. He's definitely changed Arsenal for me. There was a time where I barely saw Arsenal ever coming back. We only ever had that false hope of Arsenal ever coming back. But he's really gotten me to believe. And now I'm such a ride or die fan that I think I could definitely see him like leading Ferrari F1 team and seeing him lead us back to glory there as well. I could really see him going to any team in the world, any sport in the world, and inspiring passion into that team. He's going to go into windsurfing next, and we're just going to see the greatest windsurfers to ever have emerged from the sport. Just even an early prediction right now, I think we win the league next season. I think it becomes a standard for us to win the league.
I think we have to win the league next season.
We have to win the league, but I do think he makes a standard out of it.
Yeah. Like, the expectation is there now. And
yeah,
it is due to him.
I do see a almost Pep Guardiola like dominance that we'll be seeing, perhaps, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully, yeah.
I think we ended there for tonight.
Yeah. Thank you for watching tonight. Have a lovely night.
Bye bye.